You don't notice manipulation when it's happening. That's the problem. It doesn't walk into your life wearing a villain's face. It sounds reasonable. It feels familiar. Sometimes it even feels like care. And by the time you realize what's happening, you're already reacting instead of thinking. That's where they win. Because manipulators don't control you with force. They control you with your own emotions, your need to be liked, your fear of conflict, your instinct to explain yourself. And once you start explaining yourself, you've already lost. So in this video, I'm going to give you 7 phrases, simple, controlled responses that shut manipulation down immediately. No drama, no overthinking, just clarity, restraint, and power. If this is not your first time watching the channel and you find the content useful, smash that like button and subscribe. Now let's start with the first one. Phrase 1, no. Not I'm sorry, not maybe later, not a paragraph, just no. Most people can't say this. That's why it's powerful. That's why it's the single most important response you must familiarize yourself with. Manipulators survive on your discomfort. They rely on the fact that you'll soften your refusal, dress it up, or try to make it easier for them to accept. Don't. A clean no is unworkable for them. There's nothing to twist, nothing to reinterpret, nothing to negotiate. And if they demand an explanation, you move to the next level of control. Phrase 2, I'll think about it. This sounds harmless, but it's not. This is your shield against urgency, a manipulator's favorite weapon. They want you to decide now. They want you emotional, rushed, slightly off balance, because rushed decisions are weak decisions. Stoic thinking teaches one thing above all: pause before reacting. You are not obligated to respond instantly to anything. I'll think about it does 3 things at once. It breaks their momentum. It removes you from emotional pressure, and it gives you time to see clearly. If they push harder after that, you've already learned something. It was never a fair request. Phrase 3, I don't owe you an explanation. This one feels harsh. Good, it should. Because this is where most people collapse. They start justifying their decisions, hoping the other person will understand. But manipulators don't want to understand. They want leverage. Every explanation you give becomes material they can reshape, question, or attack. Stoic discipline is about knowing what is yours and what isn't. Your choices are yours. Your reasoning is yours. You don't hand that over just because someone is uncomfortable with your boundary. Phrase 4, that doesn't work for me. Notice something. This isn't aggressive, it's not emotional, it's final. You're not arguing, you're not persuading, you're not inviting discussion, you're stating reality. Machiavellian thinking isn't about cruelty, it's about control of the frame. And this phrase keeps the frame centered on you. Not their expectations, not their pressure, just your decision. And if they try to debate it, you don't engage. You repeat it if necessary, calmly. Because repetition without emotion is one of the most frustrating things a manipulator can face. They can't hook into it. Phrase 5, that sounds like your responsibility. This is where guilt tactics die. Manipulators are experts at transferring responsibility. They'll make their problems feel like your duty. Their emotions feel like your fault. Their failures feel like something you need to fix. And most people accept that because it feels easier than resisting. This phrase cuts that transfer instantly. You're not arguing about the situation. You're simply putting ownership back where it belongs. And here's the key. You say it without sarcasm, without anger. Just clarity, because the moment you get emotional, they'll try to pull you back into the game. Phrase 6, I'm not comfortable with that. This is subtle but incredibly powerful. It forces a boundary without needing justification. Manipulators rely on making you override your own discomfort. They normalize things slowly, step by step, until you stop questioning them. This phrase interrupts that process. It signals awareness. It signals resistance, and most importantly, it signals that you're paying attention to your own internal warning system. Stoic awareness is about observing your reactions without ignoring them. If something feels off, you don't silence it, you name it. And once you name it, it becomes much harder for someone else to control. Phrase 7, we're done here. This is the final move. Not every situation can be negotiated. Not every person deserves continued access to you. And manipulators, they depend on access. They need ongoing conversation, ongoing engagement, ongoing emotional investment. This phrase removes all of that. It's not a threat, it's not dramatic, it's a conclusion. And the moment you mean it, truly mean it, you become untouchable in that interaction. Here's the truth most people don't want to hear. You won't stop manipulators by changing them. You stop them by becoming someone they can't use. That means fewer words, fewer explanations, fewer emotional reactions, more silence, more clarity, more control. Stoic philosophy teaches you to master yourself. Strategic thinking teaches you to understand others. Put those together and something interesting happens. You stop being easy to influence. And once that happens, manipulators don't fight you. They leave. Because control only works on those who give it away. So the next time someone tries to rush you, guilt you, confuse you, or pull you into something that doesn't feel right, don't argue, don't explain. Just choose one of these phrases and hold your ground. That's all it takes. And the sense of pride you'll feel after that? Priceless. You're truly becoming the person who you want to see each morning in the mirror. Relaxed, controlled, unshakable. If today's Stoic wisdom with a hint of Machiavellianism has resonated with you, like and subscribe for more. Thank you.